Cool.
I wish I bought a Lancia. What's it? A Lancia Thema? I don't even know what that is. No. Theme like music theme.
Yes, I know. It would be cooler if you bought a Lancia.
It would be. I agree.
I mean, this is good music, but the sound of a Lancia revving up.
Way better.
Yeah.
Welcome to Everyone Racers, a show designed for the world of low-dollar racing and oddball car culture. It doesn't matter what kind of Lemma-Champ or Lucky Track Dog League you run, SC Sierra NASA, we won't discriminate. As long as you drive it hard and built it yourself. Join us each week for tech discussion, tips, tricks, news and notes in the world of amateur endurance racing, and whether it's on the spot, hella sweet, or we're lucky enough and Chrissy gives us just the tip, we're sure you'll giggle a little and learn even less. Everyone report to the paddock.
This is Chris.
This is Chrissy.
I'm Jeff.
And I'm mental.
And we are Everyone Racers. Thanks for listening to a Beetle episode of our podcast. On the day we're recording, January 19th, back in 1978, the last Beetle made in Germany left Volkswagen's plant in Emden. However, Beetle production continued in Latin America all the way till 2003 because they don't care about safety or emissions. So if you're not driving your air-cooled piece of crap, super, exclamation point, or normal, or any other car, check out a E1R bingo card.
All right, that Thema looks like a Chevy Citation.
It's a Saab 9000, which is also
absolutely
Alfa Romeo 164.
Yeah,
Same chassis.
Totally. Totes.
Yep.
Anyway,
all right.
That's kind of cool.
I'd ask you all what you're working on, but
We were together.
Yeah,
so let's have Chrissy start us off.
Okay, great. So we had some 2 different work weekends, which we were going to bounce back and forth because everybody was there except for Jeff wasn't at one of them. But on Saturday, we went up to Scranton into the Poconos to the Fisher's hangar, and we worked on 2 different cars. I was on the mostly on the Fit. We were working on the Fisher's Fit, and we were dismantling the suspension and then putting some of it back together. So we were kind of all working on that as a team. It was hella cold. It was hella cold, and there's no bathroom. Yes. Yes. And then on Sunday, we were all together again, and we were here working on the Civic. I actually finished the header with A plus B, which is from our Ceramist. I said that wrong last time, didn't I? I'm sorry, Bill. And this time it worked. It was great. I did many coats and it looks fantastic. It's still sticky. And and then I was assisted with cleaning the steering knuckles that we put through electrolysis. I did some nice buffing on that. And then Chris fixed them up tonight. And then I was doing some general cleanup after everybody's BS. That's really what happened.
I was going to say, if anyone wants to know more about the work at the hangar, the Garage Heroes in Trading podcast did a half-hour episode, which, Bill, half-hour episode, fantastic.
Yeah,
that's it.
It was just Bill. It was just Bill and Vicky just talking about all of your time, and of course they mentioned that the other brother, the Greater, I don't know.
Not anymore.
If I say Greater Wakeman, is that like a fat joke? I'm not sure. He's taller. He has more hair.
It depends on what level. Like, you can't, that's not a thing. You can't say
all
that.
right. The other Wakeman.
Yeah, that's better.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Fantastic. That's it. Jeff, why don't you go on? What did you do this weekend?
Well, I could only wrench on Sunday because on Saturday I had to take care of house things and family things. And then on Monday I had to work a Martin Luther King Day of Service. So more on that in a second. But I did a bunch of suspension replacement. So I mentioned, I think it was last episode, that I had gotten a bunch of suspension parts. So I did uprights and upper and lower control arms and tie rod ends, and the coilovers from the old Civic are now on the new Civic. And then I put on sway bars where there weren't any sway bars. So that was an interesting, where do it go? Find little holes in oh, look, little holes are in the chassis. That must be where they bolt up. So that was fun. I actually enjoyed that. So
I am so wanting to ask the question, how do you know the difference between the rust hole and a regular hole?
It was round.
This car really isn't rusty.
I have to say, this new chassis is fantastically nice.
It is.
So
And it's
I hear that's
fantastic and looks really nice.
not the same can be said for the Honda Fits, according to what I heard on the Garage Heroes and Training podcast.
Mm-mm.
No.
Yeah, not according to my aching shoulder either.
Well, I have to give a brief because you all love General Wakeman problems. You can check it off of your bingo card. I had to be at work at like really early, like 7:30ish, and it's about a 45-minute commute for the Martin Luther King Day of Service, and I'm in charge of a bunch of stuff. So like 13 student employees are waiting for me to show up. And as I'm climbing into bed Sunday evening, I violently dropped my phone and smashed it. Like it would blink. It's hard to tell whether it was like disco colors or like kind of like the opening to Saw was all that the screen would do. I should have brought it here and showed it to you. Which I started panicking because who owns an alarm clock anymore? And I got to get to work and I got to wake up in like 5 hours. So I had to like get my iPad out and set an alarm on that. And who knows how to do that and all that stuff. So then I traveled to work and had to deal with my phone company's insurance. And it was like the worst customer service ever. Like, oh, we have to two-factor authenticate you. We'll send you a text message. No, asshole. My phone is broken. Oh, that's okay. We'll call you. No, asshole. My phone is broken. It's okay. If your phone is broken, you can call in. No, asshole. I can't call in. I'm sitting in an event with no phone. So I'm like borrowing my students' phones. I'm like, can I borrow your phone for like 30 minutes while I wait on hold? I do all this. And then the answer is, we don't have any of those. We don't have any of those parts. We'll send you a $769 check. Go buy a new phone.
Get an iPhone and quit screwing around.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Yes.
no.
I noticed that the savior when your phone broke was a what pad?
It actually was a Samsung Galaxy Tab. I just said iPad. But anyway, yeah, so there is a new Android in a box upstairs that I get to unbox after this. And not because I don't want to be the violent anti-Apple person. I'm not violently anti-Apple. I just prefer my Android.
Vehemently anti-Apple.
I don't think they're crazily different or better in either direction. I'm not upset that y'all buy them and pay too much. But go on. That's it.
Says the man with a $769 phone.
My new phone did not cost $769.
Oh, okay. Do you have to flip it?
No. No. Actually, I think it was right around $750.
Yeah.
But I mean, a new iPhone is $1,100. So, but anyway, that's not the point. The last thing I want to say is, what a fun ride home after the work weekend.
Well, it was snowing as you left.
It was snowing and it got worse. And 422sucks.com
it snowed like all day. Yeah.
Yeah. It also includes everybody driving on 422sucks.com, and everyone driving on the Schuylkill Expressway is even worse. But Jim went home in his rear-wheel drive Lexus, so he had even more fun than I did. Yeah. Just because you can't see the lines in because you know where the snow is, it's still a 2-lane road. Jerk off. Get in the right lane.
No, just stay in the middle. Just because you never know.
30 miles an hour on
with
a
your hazards on.
Come
on.
on.
With your hazards on.
Oh, come
on. It's snowing.
And we know you're going slow because it's fine.
End of rant. That's it. That's
off soapbox. Mental. Oh, is that mental?
In addition to all of that, I actually had a lovely Sunday evening on that one. And when I got home yesterday, I was helping our podcast buddy John Polnick. They are opening the new studios, so we were installing lights and everything. It's getting this close. So I'm thinking like maybe end of February, we'll be hosting the show from a new location.
Great. And
Chris,
you did lots of work on stuff too while you were here, like you know.
Yeah. Well, Chrissy and I got a workout underneath that damn fit. And then
It was a
you know,
little rusty. No, it was a lot rusty. That's what it
yeah,
was.
it was. The new Civic is a little rusty. We had that panic moment installing the rear suspension, but we fixed it or saved it. And then I'm gonna say this. I said this to all you guys there, but if I didn't, I really miss that. I miss being able to go up there and do that kind of stuff, and hop on a car or bike, and 12 hours later do a work weekend. So I thank you for opening up your home and your time. It was great. It was great seeing Bill and Vicky again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
sorry I
good.
couldn't make it up, Bill, Vicky.
Proper work weekends are fun.
Mhm.
If you're prepared,
They
and
really are.
That's around. Yeah. And you're not doing it outside in the cold or things like that. It's great.
Absolutely.
Yes.
From someone with no garage. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Please tell us what you did over the weekend.
At
Not that I didn't
Bill's,
watch it.
I did a compression test on the Fit. That was 2 were good, 2 were and we put oil down those other 2 cylinders.
They're
They
fine.
became really good. So it's the rings. Yep. Fixed the latch in the back that Bill said didn't work, and I just put it back together and it worked fine. I did a lot of other just
Like a
in
hatch
general.
latch, right?
Yeah, hatch
Yes.
latch. Because he
Okay.
bought it, it wouldn't open. He pulled it apart.
Broke
Said,
it.
I don't know what to do with it. I put it back together and it worked fine. And the rest of that day was a lot of adult supervision and guidance, really, more than anything else. Civic, I got the fuel system done on that. I got the clutch hydraulic system done, including making and flaring and stuff lines. And I remembered to put the fitting on before I flared the line, so I considered that a victory every time. Every time.
Every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. That a huge victory. Radiator mounts are all done, cleaned up some wiring, bumpers installed, played around with electrolysis on rusty bits that Jeff brought. Prepped those steering knuckles later on, did more adult supervision. Actually, tonight I got the new wheel bearings and hubs and ball joints all pressed into the new knuckles, and those are installed on the car. So front suspension is basically done. It just needs
Very
brakes now.
fancy. I think we need to go put some dirt on it.
I just took all the dirt off and painted it.
I mean, I know. It's just very nice.
Doesn't cost
They are.
anything to make it look cleaner and be nicer. It's so much nicer to work on.
I scrubbed a lot of chassis with a lot of simple green this weekend. So
Yeah, exactly. Great.
anyway,
That means it's time for
Outside as the world leans further into autonomous. But
cannot wait to talk about this. I'm so excited.
can I talk about it first?
Oh my God, go on.
Seriously, we have 40 cars to get through. Hurry up.
Autonomous technology. Several automakers are grappling with the idea of what to do with the steering wheel when the car is driving itself. Tesla previewed its autocraft yoke style steering device, but BMW has aircraft. What did I say?
Autocraft.
Aircraft rather. I'm sorry, yoke style steering device, but BMW has filed a patent for a new collapsible design. Sebastian Blanco at Car and Driver lays out what BMW is calling a steering handle. This setup is smaller and intended to be used one-handed or no hands at all in an autonomous car. For those not listening, or for those listening and not watching, envision what a wide crossbar with a 2 L-shaped handles on either end. When it's not being used to drive, the handles can rotate independently of how the center bar has been turned to hold your tablet or fold it out of the way.
And if we have a second, we will do the screen share because I did include those to kind of give some talking points.
It goes every which
This
way.
is
Yeah, it
what
really
looks like.
does.
Goes to the inside, to the outside. It folds in. It goes out. Yeah, it goes
I
every
think-
which way.
I think the important part here is as you're turning, your hands stay perpendicular.
Not
like your
always. Look at
hands-
figure 2.
Wait, figure 2.
It's in.
And
It's full of just-
figure
Yeah, but
figure
that's-
3.
But that's when you're not doing it,
Yeah. Who knows?
right? That's
Let's
I'm
see
sure
what
there's
actually
also got to
happens.
be some kind of latch to make it so that you can't just doesn't
Yeah.
just spin away.
like an aircraft yoke. Your hands are straight up and down only when you're going straight. When you're driving
Correct.
on a steering wheel, your hands are straight up and down. If you're at a 3 and 9 kind of position.
Yep.
But as you turn, your hands turn. This looks like your hands will stay like thumb
They can.
up.
Looks like you can do almost anything you want because the things just move. It's all about how you rotate the center. Oh well.
And it's
Anyway.
Wacky.
And the article, which we have linked in our show notes, talks about how the wheel is actually smaller, so it's not in the way when you're not driving. It's all
Right.
Demolition Man, self-drive, auto drive.
Johnny Cab. All right. We love Blip Shift and hashtag they should totally sponsor us. We also love Racing Lemons. And at least now we can combine those two nice passions as Jeff strips his top
I was
off.
like,
That's great.
where are you going with this?
Yep,
This is
that's
not
great.
good.
My top, I'm just showing it.
So in Blipship's ever-expanding partnership with other popular automotive personalities like Hooniverse, Driving While Awesome, and of course Radwood, they now have a 24 Hours of Lemon store. 3 designs currently available, more on the way. I think they're trying to do one for every race, which is fun. You've got to wear something most places you go. If you want service, shirt is required.
Sometimes.
So try one of these.
AER has been doing that. They've been doing individual shirts per race through Blipship,
Great.
I think.
What's it through then?
Yeah.
Blipship knows how to do this stuff, so it's a great partner.
Love it.
Yes.
Question: has any of you ever spent any time on the website Drive Tribe?
No.
No.
No, me
Never
neither.
heard of it.
But it's an
very
automotive.
little. Yeah.
It's an automotive website, slightly older than our show. It was founded by Top Gear's original hosts, or I should say, most famous hosts, James May, Richard Hammond, Jeremy Clarkson. It was a digital destination for enthusiasts of all flavors. Quote, quote, quote. Well, it's going to go dark. Tim Healy at The Truth About Cars has the founders pinning it on the current. They're blaming it on the current chip shortage of all things, with an official statement of severe reductions in marketing budgets across the industry caused by the chip shortage have led to a drop in advertising revenue. James May had much more honest statement, quote, but ultimately this is a business and businesses are being kicked in the nads by everything that is going on in the world. Content creators are being given time to download their files before it dies. Because it was kind of like a MySpace for your car, where you could upload pictures of your car and maybe more like Reddit, because you would upvote cars that you liked and pictures you liked and articles you wrote, so you could make the front page of Drive Tribe if you wrote a great car, if you built a great car or wrote a great article. So whatever, it's going down.
Exactly. Oh, of course. Now, finally, Ford is worried that car dealers are going to do, well, what car dealers do, particularly with the new all-electric F-150 Lightning. In a warning memo, the Blue Oval made it clear that any dealer marking up pre-orders or any, quote, bait and switch tactics will lose their allocation of electric F-150s for the remainder of the 2022 model year. Now, it does not address markups for stuff that ends up on the lot that hasn't been already designated to a customer. FOMOCO didn't stop with the dealers, though, insisting on pre-sale buyers have to keep those trucks for at least 1 year. New Lightning owners are expected to sign a document stating, quote, purchaser hereby agrees that they will not sell, offer to sell, or otherwise transfer ownership interest in the vehicle prior to the first anniversary of the date hereof, end quote. Adding the provision for Ford to, quote, seek injunctive relief to prevent the transfer of title of the vehicle or demand payment from the purchaser of all value received in consideration for the sale or transfer. So they're trying to keep these things reasonable, as opposed to a bunch of people that went and pre-sold all their orders for Corvettes. So if you've got a pre-order for that F-150, you better keep it. And any dealer that starts trying to pull that Bronco nonsense, going to be hopefully in a heap of trouble.
Well, and other car makers have done this, like Ferrari and Porsche, but their threat is we'll never let you buy another Porsche again or another Ferrari again, which I don't know if Ford had. Oh, sorry, I'll never buy another Ford again. Might be worth it.
Oh, well. So we were talking about crazy car prices. They've really slipped into our world too. Racing Junk is here to help. They have a Lemons EF Honda Civic hatch, like the one that is about to leave our house finally, for $2,800. It's up there. You get a cage, kill switch, wheel, Sparco seat, stock D16 with an intake, new battery, alternator, clutch, wheel bearings, and some other sensors and things. Still needs a fire system and belts to pass tech, but hey, it's street legal, so you don't need a tow vehicle if you're a masochist. And the best part really is you can test it on the street. It's in Ohio. Link in our notes. And Mental reached out to the seller, Harrison, nice fellow, and he said, hey, he's going to drop the price to $1,500. So discount. There you go.
There it is.
Looks a little beat.
It
is a little beat. But
it's straight,
$1,500.
The paint is bad, but it's
all there.
It looks straight, which I
Shine it up
better
a
than I
little.
can say of ours. Yeah. I do like the
Mhm.
JDM mirror on the passenger side fender, and the
But not on the driver's side.
yeah, and the
You don't need it there.
STI style homemade hood scoop.
It's
Yeah.
classy. I feel
Kinda
like
in the wrong part of the hood.
and small animals can just get in there. So it's not even like,
Yeah.
they pick up a comb, shove
Yep.
right in there.
Watch out for
Nope.
small
Yeah.
animals.
Right.
Well,
Okay.
I emailed Harrison when I saw it. Hey, is it cool if we talk about this car on the show? And we ended up talking for back and forth for a bit. He built a car. They were putting together a team. Then two of his buddies got married and started having kids. So he's been autocrossing it. So it is a track proven vehicle. Well, in a broader sense. So it's capable of running right now, but he upgraded to a Scat Pack 392 and he's going to start tracking that. So he's just looking to unload this and he'd be perfectly happy to make someone a deal. $1,500 for a running capable car, I think is just a good price.
All depends on how the cage looks, and we can't tell because there's one picture. So
Fair.
Understood. Upcoming races. Oh, wait, there's nothing this weekend, but next weekend there's going to be first weekend of February, and that is going to be almost everyone has a race then. Stay tuned. If you have an event you want to promote, drop us a line on our social media. For example, Jake whatever of Without Motorsports dropped us their 2022 calendar. They're going to be hosting 2 track weekends and 4 road rally weekends, all on the East Coast. They have a goal of 50 to 75 drivers at each event, most of which identify as LGBTQ.
Yes, this is great. If you've been hesitant to join a track weekend or go on a rally because you weren't sure you would fit in with your loud and proud self, this is your chance to get involved in a welcoming and safe community with lots of folks who like cars. For those events, you get in touch with us. If you haven't, head out to outmotorsports.com. They have their Facebook. They're on Instagram. In addition to their excellent automotive coverage of news and notes, they will host a monthly Zoom meeting with an automotive topic. Sounds pretty cool. I'm hoping maybe to get out and cover one of their events, maybe write an article or so. Maybe a rally.
Fantastic. And we're hoping to have Jake on the show next month.
We should mention that these are mostly mid-Atlantic kind of sections. They're going to be at Summit Point. There's a rally in Longwood Gardens outside of Philadelphia. There's one in the Poconos, and there's one in Jersey called the 6 Red Flags New Jersey event. That's a joke. It's funny anyway.
Yeah, it's funny.
Recent results. Luckydog kicked off their 22 season with the hair of the dog at Laguna Seca on Saturday. First was Spacey Racing in their boring BMW. 12 seconds over Evolution of Speed in a Mitsubishi Evo 3, or Mitsubishi Evo, period. 3 laps back was the Ambi Tuners in another boring BMW.
Ambi Turners.
Ambi Turners, excuse me. Ambi Turners.
It's a Zoolander reference.
Oh, see, I was going for like tuner, like motorsports with the BMW.
I know, that's why we corrected you.
This is
There you
better.
go.
This is way better.
That is
Yes.
better. Yeah.
This is interesting. Yeah,
That's
boring
better.
car, fun name.
Yeah. I've never seen Zoolander.
They have an SM in it.
I know. Oh, they do? Now I'm gonna
Yeah.
watch.
That's just a
Sunday.
stupid movie.
Sunday. How do they fit in? It's so small. What is this? For ants? That's the only scene I know. Sunday saw Spacey Racing again take the top spot 90 seconds over the Cobalt from AR Motorsports. AR's other car, a boring BMW, was third. Pink Panzer AMG was 45th on Saturday and did not start on Sunday. Womp womp. Not holding up the BMW Motorsports current.
Not going to get a
No,
ninth
not gonna
consecutive
get a constructors championship
construction with
way.
that.
I think you said BMW.
He did.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Hey,
Lots of-
AMG. Did I say BMW?
You did.
Yes.
AMG.
3 letters, it's the same.
It's
God,
German.
I'm reading terribly tonight.
Me too. It's fine. Lots of compliments on our break episode. Thank you so much for watching. But on the YouTube, next week's guest, Tracy Godot, aka Team Tracy Motorsport, made a point of how much you like my Red Liney's shirt. So thank you.
And back to our discussions on team driver accountability. Adam messaged us on the Facebooks with this new idea. Every driver pays in $100 cash Friday night. Get through the weekend without a trip to the penalty. You get your $100 back. do a stupid, it goes to the car. I mean, it's not a marital aid on your head, but people might think a little bit about it. I still like the way we do it.
Yep, I do too.
We're having more fun.
Know your team. Know where to hit them where it hurts.
Yep.
So
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a fine idea.
All right. So Bill pointed us to a website with the actual updates as we talked about last week. Jeff,
How are you?
is the update on the Survive the 25?
Nothing has changed. I don't know. I haven't weighed myself, but I'm still working out and still eating well. Yeah, that's
And that's key. That is it's keeping you focused, and we love it.
I need to add. So I've been working out on the elliptical machine about 45 minutes every other day, and I need to add something in the middle days, something that's maybe more strength based. So that's my next thing. I've downloaded a couple of things. So
Outstanding.
Yeah.
You go, buddy.
that's what's going on. I haven't
Do
done
it.
it yet. We'll see
Do
next
it.
week.
Fantastic.
Pick it up.
And hey, we've still been sim racing. We still have our E1R race league. We are in the middle of a series we're doing for touring cars right now because really we're all having a lot of fun with them. So we're just going to keep doing them because they've been working out great. So that's the Civic Type R, the Elantra N, the Audi RS3, and we put the Mustang FR 500S, whatever it is, in there because it's about the same speed and it's free. So that's good. This week we went to Spa after we were at Suzuka last week, and Uncle Dave cleaned up again. His average time for the whole race was better than my best lap time, and I came in third. So he's got that track down.
I really like the cars. I didn't do the Civic, obviously. I did the Elantra because I'm a Hyundai guy, but yeah, I really like that car.
Yeah, and
Fun to
Civic
drive,
drives
easy
great.
to drive.
Exactly. That's why we're doing it. And they're all close enough that it's like we're actually all racing together as opposed to just on the same track. So that's been good. So hey, join us for some low pressure fun.
Monday night, 9 p.m. E1R
And 10 p.m.
and 10 p.m. E1R in hosted races. Text
9 and 10
email us.
Eastern Standard is what I would
Eastern
make sure.
Standard,
Like,
you.
yes, that helps a little bit.
Yes. And text us, email us, hit us up if you want the code. But it's SD43. Go on. If anybody's listening, they can get it. We just put a
Fair.
code so the robots don't show up.
Yep.
And you know who helps keep the robots at bay?
That's good. I like
Chrissy's
that one.
mom.
Yeah.
There are no
Yes.
robots. Does she have one of them vacuums? No.
No,
No.
she
Okay, good.
doesn't.
There are no robots in her house or her life,
I know.
and she steers with a normal steering wheel.
And
Right
even if
now-
there were robots, they'd all be just really polite and happy robots.
That's right.
Sure.
Hey, Atomic time.
Okay.
I came up with this one, so I'll intro it.
Please do.
So prices are insane right now in cars. There's all these, I know what I got, no lord ballers here, blah, blah, blah. There's an Integra that went for over $100,000 on Bring a Trailer. Several of them. There's E30s that are getting $100,000 on Bring a Trailer. What does that leave your average enthusiast to build, buy, and race? What's new at the bottom of the depreciation curve? 5 years ago, E30, or 10 years ago, the E30 was the ticket. They've dried up, so everybody moved to the E36. Are they dried up? I don't know. Maybe we're going to get our ass kicked in the next couple of years by the E46. Who knows? Anyway, we decided we're going to have a fantasy league. We did a bunch of categories of enthusiast cars or cars an enthusiast might buy. We have not shared with each other the results. I have no idea who's going to pull what out of their thing, but we have laid some ground rules. There's a dollar amount for each one. Find a car that fits the bill. Find an actual ad that proves that is the price. No barn find 911. I'm sure. Real ad, real link. We're going to post them, and then we want you to vote and tell us who won the day, or tell us if you find something better. How does that sound, everyone?
Sounds
I've been
great.
hyperventilating all day.
Trying to find these things?
No, just worried. I'm just worried. I had spent my lunch hour doing this. I'm like, oh my gosh, I still didn't get one. I'm still like looking for
It's
them right
okay.
now.
It's okay. You
Oh,
don't have to
I was like
everything.
I was like on the plane looking. I'm like on my phone. I'm like, oh, this is a great one. Oh, this is a good one right here. I didn't even have the categories to find, and I already had like 6 picked out. I found this soothing.
I tried to set prices that would be reasonable so that you could find good stuff, not the cheapest stuff. Good. This isn't like Hoovie's Garage. It's
And
not
I'm
the
reading your
worst.
all right. I'm reading your notes here, and something changed. And I'm going to call you out when we get to that category.
Oh,
of it.
sorry.
Okay.
Somebody put something as a suggestion and I took it and it was late. So,
All right.
I apologize.
So
all right, we're going to
obviously-
screen share some stuff. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Michael. I'm sorry, go on.
I'll say obviously, category 1, you got to get to work. Should be something that doesn't suck. No soul sucking, but a daily driver. $35,000 price limit. Got a seat for. No holds barred.
Yep.
I'm going to say right now, I won this category in real life. Just throwing that out there. For that price, you could buy 2 1/3 of what I drive every day, and I love it.
You can't drive 2 of them.
True.
Well, let's have a set order so we're good at prepping for screen sharing.
Good idea.
Okay.
So
That's
we
good.
can keep playing
Also,
it, so.
a show note for us, make sure that the people that are on podcast land are understanding what we are looking
Yes,
at.
describe
So
it.
we have
Fair
to make
enough.
sure we're describing it.
So I chose in that ilk, I chose from the MB marketplace, of course, a 6.3 AMG. It's an E-Class, which is the same chassis, if not the same shape. 37,000 miles. It's 2010, $22,000. I checked that bid today. It'll go up tomorrow. It'll still be well under. And knowing I've never owned a Mercedes V8 that went less than 200,000 miles, that's a car you can be happy with for a long time.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Okay.
All right. What's the order here? So we can make sure we're clipping.
We'll do Mental Jeff Chrissy.
Fine.
That's just clockwise on my
Okay.
thing.
Yep.
It's different
Yeah,
there for everybody. Go for it, Jeff.
Okay, here we go.
Talk it up while you open.
Yep. I have found a Kia Stinger GT. So this is a
Oh, right there on the line.
right
Well
there on the
done.
line, 34,990. This is a very low mileage. I can't slide down to see what it was, but I think it was about 18,000 miles. For those of you who don't know, this is a near 400 horsepower. It was 380, I think. All-wheel drive. This one
Not
is all-wheel
500,
drive.
not 502, but yeah.
But this won't eat you out of house and home. Still under warranty, and it's a hatchback.
It's
I know
not a
which one I'd buy.
hatchback.
It is a hatchback.
It's not.
It is. It kind of is.
It's
Quasi.
It's a sedan.
It's a lift back.
It's a
fast
sedan.
back.
Back. Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
a sedan.
I couldn't find a low mileage one, but they have a blue color that is fantastic. So that's what I would get.
All right,
okay.
Chris. What you got?
Oh, me first. I
Yeah,
thought it was
you're
you.
next. No.
Sorry. I thought it was you. My apologies. All right. So I want something interesting, something that none of my other co-hosts will pick, and something I think fits me well. So I found a 2011 Lotus Evora. It is a 2+2. It has back seats. They're vestigial, but they're back seats with seat.
You have no legs? No
Right.
problem.
I don't have children. I don't care. I can put a bag
Your
back
cat
there.
will fit there. That's
Right.
good. I like it.
This
I
is
like
a
it.
manual one. This car is stuck here because this guy from Canada bought it, and then Canada changed something. Then you can't import Lotuses, so it's
that
a.
is
Oh.
sexy.
It is a
Yeah.
See, there's a back seat. It has
That's-
a tiny little back seat with seat belts in front of the Toyota
Oh.
mid-engine.
That works.
I looked into these hard before I bought the NSX, and I wanted something the roof came off, but this would be a fun thing to have. So 2011 Lotus Evora and a little negotiation.
Okay.
I
I was gonna.
How tall
yell.
is your shortest friend?
It doesn't matter. I hope he's
Flamino,
got
but
no
even he's
legs.
not going to fit back there.
Yeah, no. I'm not gonna say cheater, because that thing is drop dead sexy.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Well,
Okay.
You don't win.
we're going to allow it because it
There's
is.
going to be
sexy.
some negotiation
Sure.
there.
I
but
don't-
think
I
it
don't
would happen.
know.
it's also 4,000 over. Chrissy, show
Middle-
us what you got.
Middle of winter. I'll
I
get
went
that
with
done.
the one that got away. We're going Type R.
Oh.
This is a little higher mile than I wanted, but it's blue.
Oh.
So
That is a
we're
pretty
going,
color.
yeah, we're going blue. So there was a lower mileage one that was white, but this is a Civic Type R 2018, a 40,000 miles. It's hot. It's got the red interior, which I'm a little, if you're just going to be a race boy and it's going to be, just get the red interior. So yeah, I'm going Type R.
Yeah, I actually had a Veloster N in this category, and I said that's too boring and predictable, so that's why I went other. But
Mhm.
yes, I love that choice.
Okay,
That's a-
what's
I
that's
next?
a
couldn't
great one.
find one.
So Jeff, introduce the tow pig. You'll start out. We'll keep that clockwise thing going.
Yeah, okay. Tow pig must tow a race car trailer, and I put 15K, which I don't know why I put 15K. That was a completely missed thing. This is probably what Mental is complaining about. And then Chris, I believe, corrected me and said, "Dude, what are you, crazy? That's way too much. Cut it down some."
That's diesel dually
That's
territory.
diesel dually territory.
Yeah.
We're not buying diesel dualies. So I apologize if Mental now has a diesel dually. But that's okay because all the hate is going to come to me and my terrible choice. And I'm trying to find my share button.
Well, Mental's
Sorry.
supposed to share first. That's how it goes.
Oh,
Mental.
I thought because I went
Let's
yeah.
keep the
All right.
same order. Keep
Okay,
the same
same
order.
order. Go ahead.
Every
same
time.
order. So
Every time.
I thought 15,000 pounds. Of course. Why not get a good
Nice.
proper
I think I
vehicle
looked at this one.
from it is. And our friends over at racingjunk.com have this beautiful 2005 Mac, which is a semi and has living quarters in the back. It's from the Random Vandals race team, which we've read about them in AER.
Oh,
We read about them in
nice.
WRL. They went through, had the entire thing worked on, got everything tweaked. It's got all new stuff on the inside. And then they did a green wrap on it. I would totally pimp this. And it's only $20,000. It's in Bound Brook, New
Bound Brook,
Jersey.
that's not too far from me.
No. And we're going to have links to all of these.
Yeah.
If something tweaks your interest, we're going to have links to all of this in the show notes. So bear with us on this. But yeah,
Like you're gonna,
racing,
I'm just gonna buy that semi. I need a
Somebody
semi
would.
right now. Yeah, I
the
know.
the West Coast guys are seriously talking about it because with all of the cars that they show up to a race, a semi with a car hauler could call all four of their race cars to the track.
Uh-oh.
I've
Not
already got a
wrong.
commercial driver's license.
I think I've already said you're all gonna hate what I picked. But I'm gonna throw it up there anyway. Chris, be prepared to just absolutely be vilely disgusted with my diesel
What?
Volkswagen.
You did
Touareg.
not.
I did, and not only did I do that, but it tows 77
Yeah.
16 pounds.
Every single
My-
Touareg and Cayenne does.
Yeah.
Um,
My initial search was for a Cayenne diesel. And
I
when I
could
saw
not
15,
find
when I
a
saw
Cayenne
15,000 pounds, I went, well, all right.
Yes.
Sorry, Jeff. When you get towed in, we'll we'll
Just
unload
make
your
sure you
trailer for
tow. Yeah, we'll take your
Mental.
trailer.
Mental could pick
Yep.
me up in his tractor trailer. That's okay.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Hop in the back,
All
go to
All right,
sleep. It'd be
Chris.
great.
I love our Suburban. It is wonderful. There are so many reasons Suburbans are wonderful. I prefer SUVs to trucks for how we use it. So I want something
yeah.
nicer.
Hey!
Oh, that's
Ooh.
Paula.
I specifically picked,
in.
this is an 09 Escalade because the 07 to 09s of the Escalades and the Denali's came with a 6.2 liter LS that did not
Yes.
have displacement on demand. And so it doesn't have the failure modes that the other trucks do. Plus, it's just comfortable and fits all the crap. So
And
09
it's-
Escalade
oh, yeah.
ESV, not in black because I'm not a limo driver.
No, this white.
No,
the
It's that
white-
gorgeous white
that
pearl that was
absolutely
available only on
Cadillac
the
white
Slade.
pearl.
I feel
is
like
Beautiful.
I don't know about that.
This was only 16.4, Chris. I think you won that one.
Well, he's
Oh,
saving
I'm
the
sorry,
other money for
Did
his
I go
loads.
yet? I'm sorry. Hold on
Okay,
a second
okay.
because I have the coolest. That's what it comes down
I don't
to.
know.
Oh, we do. We have the 96 Chevy truck Hodges hauler tow truck. It will take you 2 vehicles. So I will take your Touareg on the back and I can tow my race car. So,
So this is it's a ramp
It's a ramp
truck.
truck.
it's a
But it's
ramp truck.
Yes,
It's a
It is a
3,500.
Silverado
crew cab dually.
3500.
It is a cool
Ah.
crew cab dually. It is very rare.
Oh, and it's a ramp truck with a wheel lift on the back.
Yes.
That's
So
amazing.
you can bring 2 cars.
I'm bringing all
Yep.
the cars.
Yeah, and it's a big
And I
lot.
can
If I'm not
and I can sleep in the
mistaken,
back.
and
because
they have
it's got a back
I believe
seat.
I believe that has a trailer hitch too available, like a
Well, it
receiver
has
hitch.
a
Yeah.
wheel lift, so it picks up the second car like a Stinger,
And
like
that's
a tow
okay.
truck.
That's
Yep.
okay.
So
Great.
yeah, you have a front wheel
That's-
drive race car. Pick it up.
Yep. All right.
All right. I'm going to advance here. Somebody introduce the next one.
Chris, it's your turn to introduce.
All right. This is Radwood. We love Radwood. Bradley's wonderful. The whole concept is just fun. So we're gonna do two from Radwood. The first one is the most rad under $15,000, and there's a whole lot of rad you can get.
There
out
is
so
with this.
much.
This is just a
And
wicked
there's, like, none of these will be bad choices.
I
at all,
definitely
am
gave
sure.
you a little too much money in the first one
Yeah.
and way too much money in the second one. So these are going to be balling.
Initially, I was looking at a Buick Riata that was junk.com, but then this beauty showed up on the Facebooks. A blam. I am totally wearing a paisley t-shirt, pushing up the sleeves on my white denim blazer, and I will be pulled
What
over
is this,
every
Mental?
10 miles, be searched for cocaine. It is a 1986 Mercedes-Benz it says 500 SEC. It's actually a 560 two-door coupe.
They made a 500 back then too. It was
They did.
It was a gray market.
I read the description on this one, and it is a 560.
Okay.
And it has got red leather interior. It is
No,
all white.
it
Everything
is-
on the car is painted white. The grill, everything, the wheels. This is so 1980s.
darked out windows,
Yes.
some major front air dam going on there.
It is
Even
a
on top.
mild,
Yeah, it's got like
a mild body kit and a
scoop.
set of period correct wheels. Couldn't find
Okay.
one with a Testarossa body kit.
That's
but
really good.
that is pretty 80s right
I'm going
there.
to mark you
It
off
is a
half-
little,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
because I'm 1,000 over.
Yes,
but like
that's
Chris
right.
said, negotiation.
Shrewd negotiations.
Yeah, it's sometimes it's
All right,
necessary.
All right. I spent half the money, so I can pitch in for Chris's Lotus Evora. But I graduated in 1991, and the coolest thing that everybody wanted was a Jeep Islander in yellow. This is the one you want, the 4-liter stick. It's the the straight six with the 5-speed. It's got the graphics package. It's candy, what I don't know what to call it, like sunset yellow with the
Yeah, that
sunset
sounds
on the
nice.
side. I would like a little I'd like a little bit better period correct wheel and tire package. But I'm
They
telling
probably
you,
use it.
a guy named Andy that I knew had
Oh.
this, and I was super jealous. And I'm Radwood as AF, so that's what I got.
Okay.
$7,100.
I decided to
Eat
go in
my
a
butt.
completely different direction. I wanted something that is only really good for going to Radwood, and it would be unlike anything
Yes.
else there.
So
That's what
what
I had
kind
as
of
well.
Peugeot did you get?
This is not a car I want. This is not a car like I will drive it there and back, and that'll be
Don't you
fun,
already
but-
have one of those?
Yes,
Yes.
which also is good for Radwood. This
Yes.
is even better.
This
is-
what?
This is a JDM 1990 Toyota Crown hearse.
What is on top of it?
That
That's-
is so this is basically a black JDM Toyota Crown wagon that's the back's been cut off, and it has this very elaborate wood and gold insert into the
Casket
back
carrier,
Yes.
Yeah.
carrying the casket, but it's like a temple in the
It's like
back
it's like
of
a
a
Japanese
Toyota.
temple, exactly.
Yes. And the front is covered in white cloth so that
Which
everything
is
is
so-
clean.
Oh, I was
I mean,
thinking that was shady.
It's got a square speedometer.
Oh,
but
and it's
like,
in
you know-
beautiful
Oh, look at those-
condition.
look at those
So
door
but then look
cards.
at
Oh
the
my
look at the
God.
casket area in the back.
It's
It
Even
has like
better.
literally
mirrors
like a
and
temple.
Yep. Even better, you can camp in it.
Oh, I
So-
ain't camping in that. No effing
right.
way.
And it's got corner
wheel
corner
color.
sticks and
It's
lights
got,
and like
hubcaps.
oh yeah.
Like
I mean, this thing
plainest plain hubcaps. you could see.
Arrive
Look
in
at the
style.
Yeah.
carving in the wood.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at the dragons
Yeah.
carved in the
Well,
wood.
and this is
all of
and this is very typical of a Japanese funeral. This is
All
gorgeous.
of this is yours for $10,000.
Oh my god.
Oh wow.
My Jeep
Okay.
looks terrible right now.
Right.
If you
well-
if you look in the trunk of that 560, there's something you could probably sell to get the money for that hearse.
Okay, so mine is not as cool, but I'm going with the 1996 Suzuki Cappuccino
bad.
Roadster Turbo right-hand drive on Craigslist in Harrisburg. So I went with the what is cool on Craigslist rather than trying to find something that I wanted, and we're trying to find something that was cool. But right-hand drive looks in pretty good condition, I'd say. The interior looks pretty mint.
Oh, look at those seat
so
covers.
again, I don't
So
want
rad.
it.
It's an auto. Ugh.
I don't want the car. I just
stay
want.
on
I'm going to
those- stay
I'm
on those
going-
seats for a minute. and
I'm
describe
gonna
them to the podcast
drive it to Radwood, say that's cool, and then go home. I don't. Are they covers? I don't know. The
No,
interior.
no,
The
looks-
actual
No,
seats.
they're covers.
Those
They're
are factory
original,
seats.
Yeah,
Well,
everything looks good.
For those that remember the 90s kids that showed up in the Suzuki at the Lemons Texas Rally, it is very much along those ilk of seats. It's very not
Yeah.
ostentatious, but very period correct.
Got a
there are
little
two of those-
geometric pattern.
It's like Ghost
going.
Flame
Yeah.
checkerboard kind of down the
Yeah,
center. of the
Ghost Flame
seats, but
checkerboard.
It is. There are
All
two
right.
of those running around Las Vegas, and I really do like the Cappuccino. It's Suzuki's answer to the Honda Beat because it's an open roof car.
It's a
But
K
in
car.
it-
It's a six.
But it's also a
six-
Yeah.
96 weird car in Harrisburg, which is
Yeah.
feel like that's pretty good.
Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead.
That's-
Before we start on the next category, I'm gonna win.
Oh,
the,
sure.
The
Oh.
expensive Radwood car. Okay, let's go.
I don't think so.
Oh, I am.
Okay.
Unless we have the same car and it's a tie, I'm gonna
Okay,
make up
this
for
is-
my crappy Jeep choice right
E-
now.
expensive Radwood car. Do you recall? I don't have the notes up anymore.
It's
Uh,
up to
15K
30,
to
up to
50.
30, up to 35,000.
Okay, great.
What
Thank you.
Jeff's parameter was.
Yes.
Was it? No,
Okay.
it says 50.
So-
I'm
That's
looking for the-
50.
Oh, track
15
toy. Yeah,
to
50 is
30,000.
rad. You're right. You're right.
50
I'm
is
sorry.
Radwood. Yep, yep.
Next one is 35. My
I,
apologies.
this is supposed to be
All right.
mega rad. The
Um,
best rad you could get.
And I'm saving so much money too. But boom, there it is. The raddest of rad 90s cars.
Oh,
a
how
1994
pedestrian.
Dodge Viper, not the new one, not the GTS. No, that's the 94. That's the one that will murder you for looking at it. No traction
Spoke
control,
wheels
no
is all you need
aids.
to say.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Sounds like a UPS truck. It's got that bubble top, hard top that there is no place to store in the car. So you have to like leave it in your garage. The place in windows. That is the raddest of rad cars. 94 Viper. I win.
Okay.
If this is the best you got,
And again, thank
Pack
you,
it up.
racing. Thank you, Racing Junk.
There was a lot of inspo on
That-
Racing Junk. Okay.
ugh,
All right, Jeff,
I-
go ahead. If you're the winner, let's go.
unimpressed. I see 4 of them at the mall on the way here. Okay.
No,
That's
you
what I'm
don't.
saying. One of my students has one of those
He doesn't. Not
He
not
does.
New Jersey in the
Turbo.
snow.
with a
There is
turbo.
no
He doesn't
Viper
drive
with a-
it.
There's no Viper with a turbo.
This is going to stand
Oh.
out. 1988 Lancia Delta Integrale HF 8 valve sold on Bring a Trailer for $36,500. It is martini livery.
Mm.
It is totally rallied out with mud flaps, giant white wheels. I win. Suck it, all of you.
It's the 8 valve, not the 16 valve.
I don't care.
I have
Fantastic.
I have 2.5 times more cylinders than you.
This wasn't
All
about
right.
whose is faster.
No,
This
I
is-
think
Who's
I think
cooler
Mental
about
was
it?
on the right track with his last pick, honestly. So I just decided to one up it.
Oh,
This is a
oh.
1986 Mercedes-Benz 560 SEC, but this one is special. This one
Oh,
is
yeah.
bright yellow. This one has
Oh.
the actual AMG body kit, the actual AMG wheels
Those are Ronals, actually, even better than the
with they're
AMGs.
AMG Ronals. Even the
Oh,
headlight
yes.
wipers have been
Wow.
painted yellow.
Wow.
Yes.
Get
Now,
to
it
the
gets
interior
better.
because I
It
saw
gets better when it goes in the interior. It is
Oh.
yellow.
It's
and
yellow
black.
and
Oh, yellow,
yellow-
black
It
leather.
It says
With-
AMG on the seats. Oh yeah.
It does. and it has a yellow built-in car phone,
What?
right?
Dang.
It gets better. In the trunk is the period correct sound system, which not only has the subwoofers and the all the things. I gotta move. Here we go. It has neon lighting built into it that says Eclipse in the trunk lid, and down at the bottom it says Soundstream, and it's got all this neon
it's
and
like
stuff
slab style,
Yeah.
built
into the trunk.
But that is period correct. That is
yeah.
totally show car period correct with a
a CD
changer.
player.
Changer,
you got
CD
changer. I'm
changer,
sorry,
changer.
apologize,
Yep, you got all that stuff there. And so, but this thing, it doesn't
Did they
scream.
polish the air cleaner?
They
cover?
did, yeah. And look at
That's
this,
not,
like
that's not stock, right? They
Remind me
polished
how
it.
much this is costing you?
this one. That's a
$29.
stock air cleaner polish. This is $30,000.
Yeah, it was.
Wow.
It was
I
30 and
I
change.
retract. I
I saved
my
some money.
arrogance. I would drive that over the Viper. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is.
I
Yep.
love mine.
And I would
but
would
kinda like
daily
one.
that. I would. Oh man, that is dope.
I will say that I
It's rad.
decided
It really
in
is
the
rad.
beginning I'm not doing any BMWs or any Honda Civics or any Miatas, even though they're going to be really popular in a few minutes. I should have said to myself, no Mercedes either, but because
Why not? Why?
Those are
Okay,
good.
so I lose, but I'll show you what I have because it's pretty.
It's
So
nice.
that's why,
Absolutely.
yeah. So I want 83
Nothing wrong with
a 911 SC Cabriolet in ruby red metallic, but it's kind of like it's kind of purpley, kind of red like, and it's
Yeah.
pretty. So that's why I went with that one.
So
It's an-
Chrissy,
It's got a roll. It's got a roll bar.
It does.
I'm
Track
going to
it.
tell you right now, if you put all three keys of all three cars in front of me and say, the one you take is the one you get to keep, I'm taking yours.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know if it's
agree.
going to win Radwood.
Oh,
but
it's
I would
not.
take that. But I would love that.
I'm just I see like the cappuccino. I'm just driving it to Radwood. I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I want that car, but I mean,
See,
like,
I would drive that yellow Benz every day.
I see.
No
it was
way.
a little too much for me. I don't know.
Yep.
I might drive your white one. That was fantastic. Anyway, Radwood. I think that was a fantastic category. I gave you obviously way too much money because all of those things were
Yes.
fantastic. I believe. Mental, you have the next one.
So the next one is the track toy, but were some qualifications. It's dual use, got to be able to comfortably drive it on the street. And the qualification was not make your coworker, non-car friend person puke on a trip to lunch. Two options, but the first we're doing is under $15,000. And I'm going to tell you the price I met, but the qualifications, I'm on the bubble. So while we were doing this, again, I spent great time over at Racing Junk, and I found this 350Z, $12,000 in Oceanside. It's got all poly up front, but it does have a stock interior and air conditioning on there, and he's done no engine mods. So it's a red 350Z with all the stickers and the headlight covers. It's been lowered. It's got the inky RF1s. So, and it comes with all the parts that put it back to
Talk
stock.
about
at about
lowered.
12,000.
Look how low that
$12,000.
is. It's going
He's
around
in
the
a
corner.
turn.
Yeah, but
He's
still.
lifted, and it's lifting the inside wheel.
Wow.
So that's a proper track toy.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, that's
right,
good.
Jeff.
I'm not against that. But yeah, are you gonna put your like coworker in that and drive them to lunch? No, you're not.
I don't have 422 sucks at where I live.
I, on the other hand, am gonna take every single coworker in my long roof Volvo. This is a 850.
It's a V70R.
It's a V70R. That
with a
exact car
stick.
was on racingjunk.com, the Nashville showroom of Street Side
Oh,
Classics.
there it
They advertised.
is. That's probably how I found it because I was looking at it. So it's a V70R. It is a stick with the cue ball shifter. You could put everything in this. Take your friends. They would never know. Take it at the track on the weekend and blow away those idiots in their Boxsters because you would kick their ass.
It's
And
the
it's
it's
silver.
the ugliest color ever.
It's
You have-
silver.
It is.
It's
Nobody
got
would-
5-spoke boring wheels.
Even
It's
notice
lame.
this car.
Yeah,
That's
Lame.
the point of it. It's entirely
That's
meant
the
to be
point.
a under the radar fast car.
Mm,
Uh-huh.
Lame.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your
Okay.
boss thinks that Jeff He's got reasonable.
He's a
taste.
sensible guy.
He's a sensible.
My boss knows better, and
Yeah.
that's never going to happen.
Yeah.
And yes, I'm going to take one coworker at a time out to work in this, and they
Yes.
are never going to forget the ride in my Exomotive Exo set.
No.
If you
No,
don't know
you
what
did
these
not.
are, these are
Oh.
essentially a homemade aerial atom that uses all Miata mechanicals. Like you unbolt a
Wow.
Miata skateboard, like the suspension, the whole drivetrain, power plant frame, everything bolts up into the Exoset frame. This one's particularly well finished, was on Cars and Bids, and it went to 16. I'd find one that was a little less well finished than this.
I have no problem with the 16.
Yeah.
Please allow
So-
me to read. Keep your picture up. Please allow me to read the instructions. Track toy, dual use, must be comfortably driven to and from, and has the ability to not make the coworker, non-car friend, significant other puke on the way to lunch.
It's
I
got
can get-
Miata suspension.
Dude,
That's got
yeah.
Miata suspension.
I
Sounds
can
so
get them to
bad.
lunch in this.
Everybody,
They'll be
Absolutely.
okay.
yeah, unless it's raining.
Yeah. Right. You
I
can't-
won't take it that day.
Did not understand the assignment, but
Oh.
fantastic car.
I fit all of your qualifications. No one will puke. I'll drive it smoothly. It'll be
I-
fine.
I as much as I want to win, I got to agree with Chris. That meets all
Your
the
boss comes out
qualifications.
and goes, "No, I'm not getting in that thing. I'm driving."
But that
No, they'll
didn't
laugh.
say have to be nice about it. Said does not make puke.
And most people that work around me don't want to get in the NSX either, because it's like an inch off the ground.
Right.
Mhm.
Well, and so my coworkers are also saying the same thing about this, because I went to Facebook for this one and found on Racecars for Rent or Sale. And I'm doing an S2000. It's a yellow S2000. It is going to be a great track toy. I can take one person with me. There is a cage in it,
Oh,
but I
full
think-
cage.
full cage, but I think, and it's at 16, so I'm a little bit over, but I will negotiate because that's cool. And a lot of fun things on it.
I'm
Next
gonna read something that might be a problem taking anyone to lunch, and it's the next to last thing. Says can come as a roller with a seized motor.
Oh, don't
Or-
read that.
With a running 8P1 used motor, it has good
It's got
compression.
one, yeah.
Well,
It's
don't.
got a
I didn't
motor.
read that far. I just said
got a
streetable
motor.
race car. I'm like, oh, I could. That's great.
I
got
I
a
can bring
motor.
some people there.
Your grandmom's not climbing in that cage. Next
Yes,
time I'm
she
gonna
is.
Next time
I
I'm
don't-
going to put your
don't have a
grandmother will ride with this.
Sure. Most people that I know will think that's hilarious. So there
You're
we
all
go.
cheaters. Let's go to the next category.
Yep. Sure.
It's fine. It's fantastic.
It's you.
It's me. So, we're doing the over, right? That's where we're
Mhm.
at. So, yes. So this was the cheap daily track toy. Thank you. Dual purpose. What if you had more money? Because it is going to be your dual purpose. So most people spend a little bit more on their regular car. So what are you going to get for 35 grand? Mental?
So apparently I'm the only one who remembers racing junk, because kabam, I found a 2015 Chevy Camaro 1LE supercharged 6-speed manual with only 14,000 miles for $29,000.
The deal. You're gonna need the
Mercedes
extra money for
Cam-
tires. But
And
so what, this is a
tickets.
1LE you said?
Mhm. That's
a good choice.
the supercharged 6.
Yeah, it's white. It's got the
they
black
never made a
hood.
supercharged 6, but okay.
I'm sorry, supercharged 6-liter. I misspoke.
Okay.
Yeah, the 6-liter. It's the big engine. And,
Big
and the
engine, yep.
handling. Yeah. I also have a 6-liter. Go on, share screen. There you go. But I got it in a 7-liter, excuse me. But I got it in a 2006 Chevy Corvette Z06. There is no performance bargain out there that is better for the track than a basic
Actually,
boring Corvette.
Yeah, you got to
The
fix
one-
so many things on those before you bring them on the track.
if you read the reviews of the era, the 1LE Camaro was faster.
Sure, I don't.
There's some
I don't
there with
know.
those.
Oh,
They-
there are, but
seriously.
on the track they were
This
faster.
is the C6 version, so this is the same as my
Yeah.
wife's, and it's got the 7-liter. This is a manual rear-wheel drive. Everyone will get in it because they think you're just grandpa.
and
it's a
apparently it's got a
Z06.
16 valve according to the ad.
16 valve. Oh, Look, the people
All right.
making these ads don't
Look.
exactly know what's going on.
No,
sometimes.
because we were looking at a Chevy Prison earlier. So,
Yes,
right?
True.
So
exactly.
not everybody's good at this.
I would just say we all trust Pantless Matt. And what does he drive on the track? Corvette.
A base model Z06, not
Corvette.
Z06, C7.
Not even Z06.
C7,
Yeah.
yes.
C6
That he-
because
that
the
he-
base model is more reliable than the Z06. So,
Facts.
anyway,
That has all the suspension though.
I'm here with Chrissy.
Ooh.
Oh.
I got a tricked
Ooh.
out S2000
Cute.
with hardtop, with roll bar,
Mm.
with hella built 2.4 liter engine.
Ooh,
It's
go to
got
that
Oh,
intake.
This
race
one's
seating
nicer.
in it.
That is
It's-
nice.
It's got ITBs
There it
on
is.
it.
There
it's
it is.
Oh,
2.4
well,
liters.
that's going to be sexy sounding.
Yep.
Yes.
It's
Ooh.
it was the cage
Wow.
was built properly. It's not a full cage, it's a roll bar with some
Roll bar,
forward
yeah.
bars on it.
But it's really thorough.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the attention to detail on this is really good.
So what's
This
going
is
on
also
with
on
the
Racing
top on
Junk.
that thing?
It
It's,
has a
it-
soft top and a hard top, and the hard top has
Has
like
like
plastic
Lexan
sliding windows.
Is that
Yeah,
what that is?
Well, and
Yeah.
the because the hardtop is the fastback, which is kind of a challenge to get.
but this thing was
folks. It's-
taken all the way down to bare metal to get made
Wow,
this
it
way.
really
I mean,
was.
the attention to detail on this thing really is.
It's
excellent.
like you built it.
Let me tell
Pretty
you,
much.
I'm amazed that this is $30,000. That is a fantastic price for something that is this well
really
built,
clean. Really clean.
especially an S2000. Racing, this is on Racing Junk.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Damn, I
See?
should have went there.
Racing. Wow, how did you not go?
How
to
did you
racing?
I
not
went
go
there. I
there?
got other stuff there. I didn't get this stuff there.
Okay, so I'm going to lose this one. I'm not as excited about this option, but especially for a track toy, but we're going in 2012 CLS 63. A little bit of a cop out, a little bit of an older one. Not crazy about this one, but it fits within the budget and it's white, but CLS. It's got dark windows, looks pretty cute. Carbon fiber. Yeah.
It looks
pretty
like
nice.
somebody already dinged the front there, so you're not worried about taking it on the track.
I suppose. Yeah. I mean, it's not the best option, but we're at what 28,000. So yeah, it's
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Nope, I totally do it.
All
And we
right.
have, in fact.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's
We
why I know
all
it's
have,
not the
yes.
best.
3 out of
on
4
track.
people on this podcast have tracked that car.
Pretty much.
All
right.
right. Who's
All
reading
right,
the next one?
I believe it is.
Chrissy, have you read
Oh,
these?
I did, but I have my notes in different places, so I don't show you. Okay, so we're doing the race build. B class lemons build, cheapest, funnest, fastest car under $2,500 purchase with sell offs under $1,000. Go ahead. What Mental? What do you got?
So I kind of cheated on this one because I looked at a bunch of stuff and I remembered, oh, wait a minute. We already know a guy with a really good Class B car for sale right now. Boom. The 1991 Honda
Oh,
Civic
that's
Now we
Limited
know
so
why
Edition.
you
cheating.
changed his number.
It's not cheating. We know that car can win B. We know that it's fun. We know that it can be made quick with very little adjustments. That's a hell of a deal.
I'm sorry.
and
what
I had
motor
it in
was this
there.
thing?
The
The
D16.
D16, but
Oh,
that,
B
that looks
then.
like a DX, so it's the 92 horsepower version.
That's B class all day long.
Totally.
Yeah. And if it breaks, everyone has parts.
Great.
Great.
I said no Civics, so I did something
you didn't.
different to myself.
Oh, okay.
It was my own
Me.
rules. So I think differently sometimes. And this is what I came up with: a 2008 Saab 9.5 Aero. For those of you
So
who don't
Egan's
know,
car.
this is Egan's car, but it's the sedan, not the
Hatch.
wagon.
Mhm.
This is a turbo front wheel drive, 260 horsepower sedan with a stick. So unlike Egan's, it has the proper pedals. And
His does too.
His stick too? I thought it was
Mhm.
automatic. Either way, I think it's fantastic. For no one is ever going to be like, "Oh, you didn't get that," or "You robot arms, $500 my ass." This thing is 500 all day and fast as hell. And yeah,
It'll
Sign me up.
blaze right until it breaks in the first hour.
and,
Yeah.
and no one will ever put you in A, and no one will
No.
ever sneeze.
Yep.
And it's
All right.
silver. How boring.
Yeah, totally.
I'm pushing some of the limits on this one because this is the best example I could
You've
find.
been
and because
cheating
of it
all
came from-
day.
Exactly.
Why stop now?
Yeah.
Don't you have any
I
money
did-
left over in one
I
of
did.
one
I
of the
did.
other
I
ones?
totally have money left. I
Yeah,
did not
yeah.
say no Civics. So I've got an '08 Civic Si sedan with 250,000 miles on it.
Oh. And what
And-
is the
Oh,
price?
it's like
they're asking 3,800. They're not going to get it. And then once I sell off all the SI specific interior parts that
we
people
know how
want,
much interior parts
Yeah.
are worth.
I know
Yes.
I will get this down to where it needs to be. And it's already has a limited slip from the factory. It already has a good motor. It already has all
a
kinds of
manual.
aftermarket. They're all
That's-
manuals. All SIs only were manual.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
But this one's just a regular person. It's got some body damage around the the wheel
No
arches
problem.
there.
It's the
Nothing
ugliest
bad.
color.
It's a
It is-
terrible color. So this is like this is just a normal person had this, and the kids who want these don't want this one because it's
Right.
brown and because it's already beat up and it has too many miles on it. So it's
And
perfect
it's a
for what we're doing.
4-door.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as soon as you pull in, everybody goes, A class. SI.
Yeah. That's true.
Unless
you-
into A class.
Yeah, you might color
But
it something.
I freely admit, it's hard to shop for B.
Well, it's so hard to
Mhm.
shop for B. Thanks for that segue because I don't have one. I've been looking. I put some stuff in there. I had like an Accord that was terrible, and I was like, I'm not even listing one, so I lost this round.
I,
Sorry.
I know where you can get it. I know where you can get a deal on an EF hatch.
There's one in our yard.
Sure,
So-
sure.
I actually, and I said no Civics, but I saw an $1,800, maybe it was $2,200, I don't remember, Civic Si on Craigslist, and I clicked it, and I was very excited. And what opened? A non-VTEC Del Sol. I was like,
Oh,
gosh darn Craigslist, you got me again. Who's next?
All right.
Chris, I think you're up.
I think so. Well,
okay. So
whoever.
you
Some-
well,
Do it.
if you've got we've done the lemons build, we've done the track toys. Now, what if you want a quote unquote real race car, like something for Luckydog, for the fancy classes in Luckydog, or WRL would be a good place to run this. So something that's you can show up at SCCA and they'll be like, oh, okay, sir, that is a proper race car. Thank you. That kind of crap. Mental.
Okay.
Yeah.
What-
1998 Cobra 5-liter Coyote motor, Tremec 5-speed, race proven. That picture is clearly taken at Button Willow. Once
Mustang.
again,
All right.
thank you, Racing Junk.
That's a fantastic car. This one has a lot of aero on it, big wing, big front spoiler. Already
Oh,
comes with
it's
numbers.
obviously a NASA. It's a NASA car. It's
Yeah,
either
yeah.
American Iron or
It's got to be
Camaro
high, like
Mustang
one
Challenger
of the
or
other
both.
class.
Yeah,
They won't let the Coyotes go in those ones.
okay. So yeah,
So-
but it's
faster class.
Oh, it's
Mhm.
it's gonna could be ballistic down the straight at Button Willow and then have to park in the corners because it's a Mustang and it can't turn for crap.
Well,
Shoot.
Yep.
I
Right,
know
Jeff.
how to turn, and I know the greatest company ever to build race cars. No, it is not Mercedes. It is our friends at Porsche. I have a 2007 Porsche Cayman, regular Cayman, not a Cayman S, 107,000 miles for 21,800, and it says the first words on the ad are, "We will embrace your pre-purchase inspection." That is
It says it's not a
confident-
race car.
It's not a race car. Like,
But
Yeah,
it's
how are you
that's
going to bring
a
that
a
to?
race car?
No, that's not a race
not
car.
what this is supposed to be.
you.
This is
It's
to build
clearly
your
race,
race
car.
car.
No,
well, he made the rules. You can't tell him he's wrong.
it
You just
says,
weren't clear
quote,
about the rules.
All right. I
it
guess
says-
I
it
wasn't
says
clear.
real. It says real race car chassis.
Ready
Those are your
to
words.
drive.
I
Okay.
know.
All right, Chris.
I
Well,
meant
did
a
you pick a real
chassis
race car or one you're going to
builder.
build?
I went to Racing Junk. I had just smashed the easy button.
Boom.
NC
Yeah.
NC Miata endurance car, already prepared, already
Yep.
a WRL championship winner, 32,000,
Yeah, only
I mean-
12 and a half over the price limit. It's fine.
That
I
is
thought it was 35,000.
that
no,
team.
20K.
A-
No, I must have
AOA
misread.
It's fine. Don't
AOA
worry.
Motorsports, that's because it's in Kennesaw, Georgia. That team, AOA Motorsports, they now run their Audi race car. They've also run that at Daytona. That is our friend Patrick Wilmot, former guest. That is the team that he coaches for and runs with.
Well,
So
I'll
this
get
is
I'll get a
this is
cheaper
a
one, Jeff.
proven. This is a proven
Oh, I
sort of
believe you.
Miata. This is a good car.
I'll get a cheap
We
one.
obviously
I
like we're.
I thought it
all-
said 35. for
No,
this
it says
one.
20-ish
Oh, well.
is what it says.
Sorry.
Okay. Well, we here talk about another proven way to go. I just chose the car that we have in our driveway, which is a Civic EG hatch. It's white. It looks just a freaking lot like ours. It is six finished in the podium, 3 hours enduro win at Sebring in 18, over $30,000 invested.
Oh.
So
What motor does this have in it? It says
It's a
Type R
B18
218
C5.
B18. Okay.
Running
That's
E85.
I think I agree with all of you the way I read it. So you can go ahead and eliminate my Porsche. I definitely said real race car, and I didn't write what I meant. So
we were looking for like the car that you're going to
Yes,
race and
I'm
stuff.
wrong.
It's
That's
okay.
okay because the next one was definitely clearer. Mental, you want to introduce it?
So we've actually been trying to kick this idea around for a while. We've come close a few times with cars that got within the budget. If everybody didn't have so many race cars right now, this would already be happening. So the category is the IOE build, the best you could find. Now, Jeff put in there, who looks at the price when you can find the right one, which is true because, wild engine swaps, curved dash holes with wheels, all that kind of stuff. But I stayed both within the letter and the spirit. And I have found, yes, Chris,
Let me
Jeff.
jump in real quick here and say, this car has to be so crazy that nobody is going to say you paid too much no matter what. When we rolled in,
I did this one wrong.
So go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. So here's the deal. Step one, you pick up this 2000 Corvette C5 with no engine and no transmission.
That's your
We're
show
looking at
notes.
your show
You're
notes.
sharing your show notes.
Yeah, we
sorry.
don't want to see your show notes.
Oh, nobody cares about my show notes because. All right, I've got to go back and do this again. My apologies, I fat fingered that.
Robot arms are about to be flailed.
Yep,
Go ahead.
right.
Say Corvette again.
Okay, so 2000 Corvette Coupe, no engine, no transmission. It's available here on Facebook, but all the interior is there. So you sell the interior down. What do you do for a power plant? You get an Iron Duke and a 5-speed out of a junkyard Chevy S10. First C5, C-Class domination. Why You Ruin Classic, 500. You are checking all of the boxes.
My robot
right
arms
then.
are flailing faster than you could possibly imagine right now.
And you break the internet, and it gives you potential as you eventually win Class C with your Iron Duke and bring 3 of them because you'll be swapping them out. But they're really easy to do. Then you put like a V6 in there to annoy people, BMW 6-cylinder, and then you win B class. And when it comes time to dominate A class, you take from that Jalopnik article, K-swap it. Bam.
Okay.
You will infuriate for decades.
Okay.
I don't know. I think the jihad will come after you.
But
The
they'll have to bring their
$500
lawn.
jihad.
They'll have to bring their lawn chairs and all that kind of stuff.
No,
And if you
no.
have an iron powered Corvette, the people who care about $500 my ass will let it go.
No one is going to think I spent more than $500 on my 73 Jensen Healy.
Nice.
Nope.
Look
Had
at the
there already-
wheels on this.
Hasn't there
thing.
already been a Healy in?
A few of these.
Few.
Okay. Yeah.
But not.
Right.
But yes, but none of them have won IOE as far as I know. I think if you did this with either the bone stock motor that's in it, if it runs,
The
It
Lotus
doesn't.
907.
I'm going to tell you right now that no, it doesn't run.
No,
It's
it
in its
doesn't.
That's how it
natural-
ended up
it's-
right where it is.
it
It's in its
actually,
natural habitat in the trunk.
It actually
That's where the
says
head
that
is.
the Lotus motor is together and turns over but won't start.
So
Possible.
it doesn't run. So
Or
it does- no,
just
it
get rid of it and put in a Buick
That's okay.
3800.
Does yours run? No, yours doesn't have an
Yeah, no,
engine.
yours don't
So
run either.
hello, that's not fair.
3800
All right, Chris.
swap it. IOE all day
I
long.
cannot pick between these two. I
All right,
can't. So
show
I'm
us
just going to
both.
show it to you. So the first one,
Chris, something
is-
to make Chris indecisive. That's gotta
yeah,
be new
the
for
first
you.
one is this. I actually want one of these.
Oh yeah.
This is a
Oh.
1972 Mercedes 280 SE with the
280,
V8,
yes.
This one has no
Is that the
title.
4.5? The
No,
4.5?
they don't know, but it's a V8. It doesn't say. All I know is that it's a V8 in it. I can tell. It looks fairly. Oh, it's a 4.5.
Oh,
Yep,
4.5.
4.5 liter.
Yes, there it is.
It
Yeah.
looks pretty clean and rust free considering it's been in a garage for a long time. I'm sure that's got stories, but damn, wouldn't that look stately going around the
That
track?
would
And
look
no one is
amazing.
Yeah.
ever
Oh,
going to complain about that.
You
one.
get it. You with the 4.5, you get the correct Rona wheels, and you actually do a mockery
Do a red
of
pig.
the
Yeah.
boom. I'm flying back in to help paint that one. That's great.
So the
Yeah.
other thing I got to find here is this one. I couldn't resist. I'd have to get a waiver, but damn, if it wouldn't be the coolest thing ever. This is a 1969 Cadillac Fleetwood sedan. It is
yes.
mint green. It is spectacular.
That is spectacular. That is a
I think that's-
that was
I
in
think
great
that's-
shape too.
Oh, it's now it's not.
$6,500. The interior is like green paisley that needs to be cleaned.
It looks disgusting, actually.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
it's paisley.
Oh,
I
yeah.
see. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
it looked like that was
because
dirt.
it's original. Like that's
like
it.
like
This is
Yeah.
a 4-body trunk.
oh
Oh,
yeah.
Like
absolutely.
kill 4 people and
Link-
stack them
lengthwise.
without even cutting them up.
And this is in Florida, so it is only rust is actually at the base of the top kind of thing. It's no
Of
rust
course, vinyl
underneath.
top. Of course.
Right, of course.
Yeah,
with
it's got
duct
tape on it.
with duct tape
With duct tape.
on the vinyl tape because it's,
Gaffer tape. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So I think you buy the 4.5, do the red pig theme, tow it to the track with a Cadillac, and then offer the Cadillac as the judge mobile for the weekend while you race the Mercedes.
It just. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
It just occurred to me that we're talking about IOE cars, and we might have listeners or a listener who doesn't know what we're
Oh.
looking at. So can we do a
Fair.
little bit more explanation as to why we care about these funky cars that either don't run or weird or whatever?
You mean what is the IOE?
Yes. Why are we
IOE
picking cars?
is
What does this
top-
mean?
The IOE is the top prize in the 24 Hours of Lemons, and it is doing the best with the biggest piece of schnizzle.
It is defined as the most of the least.
The
And it
most
is
at the
short.
least.
IOE is short for the index of affluency.
Yes.
And with the team that you've had, how many IOEs do you currently does the 3 Pedal Mafia? I want to say 2 or 3.
5, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
there's 3 here.
Yeah. Corey Dickman, for example, has 8. Spank has how many?
8, 9,
Around
something
that.
like that.
Yeah,
We've been
yeah.
there
Slow
for
down.
2 of them.
It is
think.
it is absolutely the most irreverent approach to
It is. Pick,
to racing at all. Yes.
pick the absolute worst thing you can,
Or weirdest.
or weirdest.
This is pretty bad, the one that I have. But it holds a special place in my heart.
All right.
So I'm back to
what kind of
Craigslist.
Scirocco is it?
It is not.
Oh.
It is an 88 Cutlass Sierra. It is very brown. Brown
It
inside,
is.
brown outside.
The
Oh, it's
headliner
is falling down.
Worth-
And do you know
It
why
doesn't-
that?
worst seats.
It doesn't
yeah.
look like so gross.
Do you
um,
know why the headliner's falling down? Because Grandma smoked and it ate away at the glue.
Every
Okay.
GM car from that
Yeah,
era.
it's just
Every
GM.
single
But-
GM car.
but I mean,
era,
like,
they're falling down.
There
It doesn't
are
look like anybody-
ashtrays on the backs of the front seats, so the people in the back seat can smoke.
Hey, our
have their own
84
ashtray.
Corvette, the headliner was doing the same thing, and nobody ever smoked in that.
Right. So I chose this car because this was the car that my parents had when I and my sister were first born. So I don't know that it was an 88, but it was gray. It was gray outside. It was gray inside.
Probably wasn't
Um,
88 if you were young and when you had it. You know,
I was,
Guess so.
well, I don't know when they bought it when I was,
Yeah.
I don't know that I was born when they
only
Can you go down a little? Can we
76,000
see-
only 76,000
No, you-
miles.
you
That is
can't.
amazing.
Does it say anything
That
about
is
what motor is in
incredible.
it?
No, it just
An
says
Iron
it
Duke.
doesn't, it doesn't run.
No, it would
But
be a quad 4
No,
if it was.
no,
No,
God, no, they
no,
never
no,
put a quad
God,
4 in
no.
this. They
No,
put
that's
the,
the Grand Am that got the quad
the
4.
Tech 4 was in
Tech
this, which
4,
is an
that's
iron,
what I meant, yes.
That's an Iron Duke.
the
That's
one.
an
Okay,
Iron Duke.
so we'd
Yeah,
have to do
Iron
some
Duke.
work on this. It's not, it would need some prep, but it's fun. And so, and it's in Philly, I think.
If
you run
with
Steve,
those-
Good.
DC.
Those full like wheel covers with no
Mhm.
gap
Oh,
in
they
them.
were fantastic. This
And
also
Yes.
might have a
Yes.
2.8 V6 in it, wouldn't it?
No,
They did eventually potentially have those. This one probably does not. This
Probably
looks like a
doesn't,
4-cylinder one. Now, what the key with that would be, you need to have some kind of trigger mechanism to be able to blow the hubcaps off
At every
in
turn.
a corner. Right.
And then pull them back in. So
As soon as you
blow
see
them
Eric,
back in.
as soon as you see Eric Rude lining up with the camera, you hit the hubcap eject button, so he gets the picture of the hubcap rolling away.
I was
through the
just
corner.
surprised to see them. Okay, so
And
I
you
think
could rally. You could win a rally with that one too.
Yeah.
sure. All of it, which I don't want to do because but I was happy to see it. So I have a miscellaneous car that I could
bonus
not
car,
find.
bonus
It was a
car.
bonus car that I could not find a place for it, but I want it. This is on Philadelphia Craigslist.
Oh,
It is
this could have been your tow pig.
It is. I thought about it, but I like my tow pig. This is a party bus. It is very pink.
Ooh, there it is.
And it is very
Yeah.
concerning. And I like that. I don't-
Explain what you're seeing here
It
to
is.
people who might be listening.
Okay, so
and
it's
not
it's
watching.
a pink bus with the
Airport shuttle kind of.
right. It's an airport shuttle.
Yeah.
It's exactly what it is. It's got
Ford E450. I think.
It's got
cutaway van.
blacked
thing.
out windows. It's
Yeah.
got a little door out the back, and it looks like somebody did it, like made it in their house. But everything from the cab back is empty, except for a couch-ish thing on the one side.
Yeah.
Everything is different colors of pink.
You're burying the lead. It is Pepto-Bismol pink.
There is a stripper pole
Like
in
you
the
would not
middle of
believe.
it that
I don't
has.
I think
Well,
that's a stripper
oh,
pole.
that's
I
what
think
the-
that's the stairs.
That's what you hold.
but she's
Yeah.
but the stripper pole was in it. If you follow the roof line, that the pink flowers in there in the towards the back, that's where the stripper pole was. That's why there's no
Yep.
seats in it.
Oh. Okay, so-
they took the stripper pole out.
Yes,
Yeah.
right. But I'm sure you could just install
What
another
is
one.
that
like-
floor? Is that a wooden floor?
I
Yeah,
don't know.
It's like LVP
yeah.
vinyl
It's
plank.
light-proof tile. Yeah.
I do like the just household room air conditioner in the back
Yeah.
stuck through the wall.
I mean, this
It's got
thing
a
is
tiny little
ghetto.
TV.
So
Are
and this
those
is what
mirrors or portholes?
portals
Yes.
because it's got the windows.
One
So
or the
what's
other.
interesting about that air conditioner, if you go back to the picture of the back, that's not a door out of the back. That's a luggage compartment because it's an airport shuttle.
Yes,
Oh.
right.
You now have a room back there where your window unit air conditioner is just blowing hot air until the entire thing goes up in flames.
Well,
Oh
you,
my
you also put the
God.
gimp back there, I think.
Okay,
Sort of
so
gimp this.
but I didn't get to the pictures in the cab. This the pictures in the cab.
Oh,
It's like a
disgusting.
trash car.
Well, there's some batteries and some gloves.
Gloves. So
Is that a
those gloves,
syringe?
I
in
don't.
Those
the- in
gloves
the cup?
smell.
Maybe
If you
right?
rate them.
Yes.
If
Uh,
I see a shovel and a bag of lye, we're ending this show.
Right. So there's a bunch of water bottles. It's basically a trash
Oh,
car.
I'm getting tetanus just looking at this. thing.
I found this and I was like, oh my God, this
By
is
the way,
amazing.
Can we read what it says?
Yes.
Selling my party bus. We finally got 2 new ones and willing to part ways with our first baby. Happy face emoji. It's a diesel.
No, that's
fuel.
a sad face emoji.
Oh, is it
It
sad
is a
face?
sad
Yeah.
face emoji.
It's a diesel fuel, great on gas, starts and drives. Definitely a money maker.
Money.
Asking $4,000 or best offer.
This
a
is the one
moneymaker.
this is the one everybody rents for their first bachelorette party.
Oh, they do not.
Oh yes,
Oh.
that's why there's a stripper pole.
Oh,
Why it's pink.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
They
sure.
go,
That's.
they go bar hopping for Brittany's bachelor party.
Well, we did that. We just got a 15-passenger van. It's much easier, and you're not killing people with the fumes that are coming out
No.
of the.
Black lights allowed in this thing.
No.
Lights.
No.
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 Okay,
no,
thank
don't
you
do
for
that.
letting me share my extra
Oh.
special one. I get some kind of point for that. I
But
think.
bonus
Yeah,
points.
yeah, I've got
Absolutely.
just a bonus point.
Let me wrap up here. We need your votes. Who won the day? We're going to post each category in a separate post on our social media. We will take the comments as votes. If you just want to write in and be like, forget all of this bull crap, Chrissy's the winner just for the van, just tell us what car was your favorite in each category and who won the day. Just remember, Chris's cars were fantastic, but he cheated at every single point.
On
So you-
everyone.
I think there was one or two that he.
The Mercedes
true,
was
okay.
cheaper. The S2000 was cheaper.
Sure.
The hearse was
The
definitely
hearse was
cheaper.
fantastic. I'm going to say that. You all did wonderfully. I'm so glad I came up with this. But I bet our listeners can do even better. So post a link to what you found, which might beat all of our cars and any social media. We're going to probably just not even have a topic next week and just do all of your things. Oh, no, we have a guest next week, don't we?
We do.
Oh,
And
we
so
can show some. We can show the best pictures, though.
Absolutely. But it'd be great to put in the comments. So go ahead and grab your speaker. Moving on, folks. We are an amateur endurance racing podcast. But one of the great things about this show is we get the chance to meet other racers. And you met Tracy Gaudeau at PRI talking about her racingjunk.com trailer that she won. We're going to talk to her about her Corvette, her job. She just was at Road Atlanta with NASA and some of the different type of racing she does. And if you don't remember that episode, we had a chance to meet her. We've been interacting with her on social media. She's from the South, and in the South, she is what we would refer to as a firecracker. This is going to be a great episode, and you're going to want to listen.
This has been fantastic. I'm so glad I do a podcast with you people. Thanks for downloading us. I hope Donnie's listening because he is probably buying a lot of these. We hope you enjoyed this week's edition.
He's selling.
He is selling, true. We hope you enjoyed this week's edition of Everyone Racers. We'll hope you'll join us in the world of driving, racing, and building because everyone can be a racer, even you. If you enjoyed this podcast, you're one of us. Anyway, subscribe, smash the like button if you're watching on YouTube, all that stuff. If you hated this show, prove us wrong. Tell us what you found that's better. If you have any questions or show ideas, I already plugged it everywhere. Tell us who won. Tell us what you got. Facebook page, Everyone Racers, or email us at everyone.racers@gmail.com. You can still text mental pictures of your junk at 484-243-0455. Find us on Instagram or Twitter at everyone.racers, YouTube, Facebook, Everyone Racers, even Reddit /E1R. Thanks again, and until next week, do not, under any circumstances, get in a pink party bus without an entire
Rubber suit?
95 suit. You need gloves. You need everything. That was disgusting. But
Put on your
listening.
best mini skirt and just do 6 shots. You'll be fine.
No, don't do that. Thank you, everyone.